Hi, I'm Jason Hodge from Medical Fitness Pros, and I want to talk to you today about nutrition, specifically supplements. Now, a lot of people ask this question about the difference between proteins and meal replacements and weight gainers, what they mean, how to use it. The first thing I want you to think about is a protein and a meal replacement and a weight gainer are basically supplements. They're a supplement to your basic healthy meal plan. So whatever it is you're normally eating, your real food, whenever you can't eat the real food that you need to based on convenience or time or whatever it may be, you can use the supplement in order to counterbalance that. We don't want you skipping meals or skipping food. So eating a supplement in place of that is a quick way to get your nutrition in that you need. So what is that nutrition that you get from each of the supplements? Well, for one, protein is that. It's just protein. Think of it as a chicken breast. You know, if you're eating a chicken breast, that's mostly protein. And that's what a protein supplement is. Now, if you wanted something a little heavier, something to fill you up a little bit more, you'd use more of a meal replacement. So using a meal replacement will have some carbohydrates in it, as well as the chicken breast, the protein. So it's more like a little bit of rice, maybe a cup of rice with the protein or with the chicken. So you can also take the protein supplement by itself and add something like fruit to it, which is great because it does add those carbs in there to make it more of a meal. But if you're eating just the protein, then realize it's more like just the chicken breast. If you're eating just the meal replacement, it's more like a chicken breast with a little bit of rice. Great thing about a meal replacement is it's got 50% of your daily vitamins and minerals in it. My first recollection of supplements or meal replacements comes from Dr. Scott Connolly, who was the founder of Metrics. He was a physician who worked with burn victims, and he created the meal replacements so they could be used in place of food, a supplement to food, because the burn victims could not chew and swallow their food like they needed to. So he created this meal replacement that ended up going into the mainstream market and used for sports nutrition like we do today. The last thing I would tell you about is the weight gainers. Those are popular a lot more with like the younger athletes, those that are real thin trying to gain weight. Now the great thing about the meal replacement, the weight gainers are, it's a huge meal. You're talking about your chicken breast, your rice, fruit, vegetables, dessert. It's got tons of things in it. But you have to be careful with that because they do add a lot of other things in there. They add a lot of different supplements to them, some creatines and glutamins and things that you may or may not want. A lot of them also tend to have a lot of sugar in them. So if you're trying to gain weight and you really need to gain weight, it may not matter a whole lot. But if you're trying to put your child, your teenager on a weight gainer, you might want to be really careful about what you choose. Look at the ingredients because not all weight gainers are created the same. You could kind of create the same thing by taking just a regular meal replacement, adding in your fruits, your vegetables, your peanut butters, different things like that to increase the calories. But realize that each of these different things, the only difference is it's just a protein like a chicken breast with no carbs, some carbs, or a lot of carbs. You could create the same thing with regular food added to them. So if you're wondering about the difference between the three things, hopefully this clears it up. Just remember that the more you can eat real food as opposed to the supplement, the better off you're going to be. But if you have questions, feel free to comment below and I'll be glad to help you out. This is Jason Hodge from Medical Fitness Pros, and thank you for watching.